Thanks for watching our Casey Arms YouTube channel. So in this video, we have our handle attached and shaped, and we are going to lay out the file work. So the file work on this particular blade refers to an intricate pattern that is filed by making notches on the corners of the spine of the blade and around the periphery of the handle. And by making the notches in a certain pattern, we can make a vine design, and that's what we're going for. So we're just taking this knife from a tool to something with a little bit of beauty as well as function. So I hope you enjoy. Thanks for watching. If you like what you see, don't forget to subscribe. So to lay out the file work on the spine and the handle of this knife, I've drawn a center line, and on this side closest to me, I've started making a mark every 1/4 of an inch. I've got my dial caliper set to 0.250, and I'm just going to go all the way down the length of this blade, just over and over, measuring from the last mark. So I've got 1/4 inch marks all the way up to about 1/3 of the blade, or the overall length of the knife, is left. And that's as far as I want to go with the spine, or the file work on the spine, because I don't want to get into this tip with a bunch of notches filed and cause it to be a weak area out there at the tip. So on the side facing me, all 1/4 inch marks, but on this side facing the camera, I want to stagger those 1/4 inch marks. So I'm going to make my first mark at 1/8 of an inch on the side facing the camera on top of the spine here, and then I'll measure and mark with the same dial caliper set to the same measurement, 0.250, from that first mark all the way down. And this is the beginning of what's going to be a vine pattern filed into this spine and around the handle, and we want it to kind of flow like it's growing there. So I'm going to get these marks all the way up and stagger one past my last mark on this side, then I'll work my way around the handle doing the same thing. So I have my notches marked all the way around this handle and most of the way up the spine. And now I'm going to take a triangular or a 3-sided file. It's a fine cut. And on every one of those notches, I'm just going to cut, or every one of the marks rather, I'm going to cut a notch. And I just want to cut this notch deep enough to almost touch that center line on each one of these. And I'm going to do it from both sides so that the notches are staggered 1/4 of an inch all the way around both sides. I finished filing my notches on the marks all the way around both sides of the blade. So I'm going to have a vine growing back and forth. In every other curve on this vine, I want there to be some leaves sticking off of it. So I'm going to start with the second notch on the side facing me and make a mark about 1/16 of an inch away from that notch. Then I'm going to skip one and then make a mark 1/16 of an inch away from that notch. Skip one, 1/16 of an inch away, and repeat all the way around. Everywhere that there is not a double notch, I'm going to file with this round file in my original triangular file notch to make a curve there. And I'll do this on both sides so that we'll have alternating curves. So this is the file work on the spine. I have all of my round notches, the first round notches cut all the way down. And you can kind of start to see now that there is a bit of a vine pattern going on. Now we have sharp corners on our vine, and we want to come back with a triangular file. And we want to round off this corner to make this more of a smooth curve like a vine, as well as this outside corner on every sharp corner on every opposing side all the way through. And that will give us that vine pattern that we're looking for. So I've just finished rounding up the pattern around the spine on the elk knife. And I like it, it's quite lovely. We have a little vine and leaf pattern all the way from here, wrapping all the way around the handle. So, once again, really happy with how this turned out.